I want you to take a look at something really quickly. According to new research by the New York Times, the average American spends 1,460 hours a year tired.
I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired.
That's crazy, right? That's basically 2 full months out of the year just gone. So let me ask you this. Have you ever worked tirelessly toward your goals and dreams and aspirations, and then laid down in bed at night and actually thought to yourself, damn, I really didn't progress at all today? Well, I'm sorry to be the person to tell you this, but that's not productivity, my dear friend. That's procrastination in a nicer outfit. And I know you're not lazy, but I do think that you might be working with no direction. So how do we fix this? Do not worry, my Padawan, I got you. I got this. Because today I'm gonna show you 2 ways to change that little procrastination issue that you have, and ways to steamroll your ops and make it to your goals extra fucking quick. Just make sure you make it until number 2, because number 2 has a little bit of dark psychology involved, and you're finally gonna be able to convince yourself to do what you've been avoiding for so long. Let's get into it. What's up, you guys? Your boy Swear I'm Trying, and have you ever noticed how inefficient some people are in their lives? Yeah, that might be you, Chief, though. I'm not gonna lie. Remember, we got an honesty first type of policy on this channel, okay? Maybe you're moving towards your goals, maybe you're progressing, but are you progressing rapidly? Or are you progressing like Gary when he had to do that race against that rock? And okay, I'll admit it. Sometimes slow motion is better than no motion. That is true. But I'm not gonna teach you how to move in slow motion. I'm gonna teach you how to move quickly. So if you wanna move quickly, listen to this video and let's focus on speeding up how efficient you are in your life. We've been taught our entire lives by the people we respect, doctors, teachers, our parents, that as long as you're busy, you're productive. Staying busy equals being productive. And then productivity equals success, and success equals money, fame, glory, whatever you want. Now, if you're not under 18, answer me this question. Do you still think that's true? In the big 2025, soon to be 2026? Absolutely not, guys. We were 100% lied to, okay? We were lied to. I mean, sure, we can clack away at our little keyboards and make it look like we're being busy every single hour of the day. But are we really getting any shit done? Most likely, the execution skills that you have trying to progress towards your big ass goals are not enough right now. We've pretty much trapped ourselves in like our own little rat maze where we think that if we do this, we're gonna get this, and if we do that, then we get that, but it doesn't really work that way, guys. So I'm gonna show you how to break out of your own rat maze. But before we begin, guys, please hit this video with a like, share, comment, sub, whatever you'd like, right? We're on our way to 250 subs. You already know we're Tokyo drifting. So hop on my backpack, let's make it all the way to the top, baby. Back to the video. Have you ever sat down, started working towards something, and you go, you know what? I'm gonna do the thing that I want to do today. I'm gonna do the thing that makes me happy. And then you do it and you progressed fuck all that day. Yeah? Okay, this tip's for you then. Tip number 1 is called the snowball method. And this method right here is gonna teach you to do the things that you don't wanna do first. This is an ideology in finance where people that have really big debts, they'll start paying off either the lowest debt first or the biggest debt first and just keep snowballing and avalanching their way to being debt free. But I don't want you to do the smallest thing first. No. I want you to do the biggest thing first, okay? I want you to lock the fuck in, fellas. I don't want you to focus on being entertained or having a good time. No. We're going to be efficient right now. So when you ask yourself, hey, what should I be doing right now? You already know immediately. I know you do. That right there is your mental debt. I want you to grab a piece of pen and paper or write it down in your notes app. I don't care. Write down what your mental debt is. The mental debt is the task that you hate doing, the task that you've been procrastinating, the one that just makes you feel flat out uncomfortable. I want you to really look inside of yourself and ask yourself, what am I avoiding today? Because I, for one, am 100% victim to doing a lot of shit that I really don't have to focus on in that moment. I kind of sometimes lie to myself and say, okay, instead of doing A, I'm gonna do B, C, D, E, F, G, and then I never do A. And I focused on step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, but I never did step 1. So guys, I want you to focus on step 1. And this actually connects really well with one of the videos I've done in the past, where I talk about how sometimes you just are doing way too much, and that actually is hindering your productivity instead of helping you. The grind sometimes isn't always what you really need in your life. life, guys, for real. So I want you to focus on that. And I want you to keep in mind that being comfortable and having a comfortable routine is a one-way ticket to failure in your life. Because your body is always gonna look for some homeostasis, my guy. You're always gonna wanna be relaxed, chilling, watching some movies, and that's okay. But if your whole day is built around what's easiest for you or for what you think your goals are, you're literally engineering your own death by 1,000 cuts type shit. You're gonna wake up, get some coffee, do what you think is easy, and then you're just gonna keep progressing 0.5% by 0.5%. And we're trying to get 1% better, not 0.5. And if you've already done number one, you've already written down what you hate doing, and you still feel like you got a little bit more in you, a little bit more drive to give, more sweat to leave out on the field, if you know what I mean, then I want you to listen to number two, because this little dark psychological trick might just be what's standing in your way to reach success. And number two is, I want you to define real negative outcomes and results of what will happen if you don't push yourself and do what you have to do. So instead of asking yourself, what do I want to do or what is hard to do, ask yourself what gets worse if you don't do it. What actually happens if nothing changes? We've all heard someone say that someone's rapping like the rent is due. It basically means that someone has to pay rent if they have to make the money to be able to survive. Anyone who's ever had to hustle for themselves or for their family knows that there really isn't any other option. You have to do it no matter what. That money has to come from somewhere. And if it doesn't, you're all cooked. So these people will do the thing because guess what? They have no choice left. This is the energy that I want you moving with. So I want you to write this down mentally, physically, metaphysically, whatever you want, and ask yourself who suffers or what will suffer if I don't change it all. Will your family suffer? Maybe you want to get your mom a nicer place to live. If you don't lock the fuck in, will she get it? Be realistic with yourself. Your finances, your future, your partner. Will your kids grow up in a privileged household or will they be cooked like you are right now? And remember, it's not always about the money. I'm not telling you to sell your soul for a little bit of dollar green, okay? But what I do want you to think of is that if you start writing what will happen negatively if you don't lock in, I promise you, you're gonna start locking in, okay? It's just a fact. The human brain has been studied and it is known that people have more of an aversion to losing something than they do gaining something. So instead of thinking of all the riches and bitches and cars you can get, start thinking what happens if you don't get any of that shit. Because maybe you don't really care what happens to you, but maybe you care what happens to your little brother or your kid or your partner. So just think about that for a second, okay? I want you to use fear to motivate you. Do you want to wake up in 10 years and be in the same spot you are right now? Because if you're watching this video, the answer is most likely no. Don't keep using the same habits, don't keep using the same goals, and don't keep using the same processes because guess what? They're not working right now. So you better switch the equation, my guy. If not, what are we doing? Use the fear in you and become more productive and more efficient. Guys, it's been your boy, I swear I'm trying, and I want to ask you something before I leave off. Have you ever actually asked yourself, am I doing enough? Because I definitely have, and a lot of the times, I just have to slap myself in the face and be like, buddy, you're not doing enough. But hey, it is what it is. That's why you and I, we need these little white glove bitch slaps every once in a while to wake up. So wake up with me, hit me with a like, share, comment, whatever if you like the video, or if you want me to make more content like this. It's been your boy, I swear I'm trying. Once again, stay safe because it's fucking crazy out there, and peace.
Now I'm rapping every single day. Great man, smoking on the green ganja hay. Hey Sean, I hit you with the spin move. Rotation, different types of water on my neck. Hydration, devil in my DM, shoot my shot just like I'm Rain Man. If we feeling broke, then fuck it, we might do the rain dance. I don't work for money, I just sign, pay me